See, it's quite difficult to say, isn't it? Penguin.
This doesn't make any sense.
Not everything does. Not everything has to.
Adam, how are you? Nice to meet you.
I really liked your portrayal of Doctor Strange. Great work.
Thrilled, thank you, Adam.
What kind of preparation did you do for the role?
A lot. I mean, there's, as you've seen, he starts life as a neurosurgeon, so I wanted to research that thoroughly to give that some authenticity. I read a couple of extraordinary books which are as helpful about what it takes to be a neurosurgeon as what you actually have to do. We also had, obviously, on-set advice from a fantastic nurse and neurosurgeon himself, William Harker. And then beyond that, it was a case of really digging into the comics and picking the real source of Supreme's brains in the sense of Kevin Feige. And as a superfan, he really does have a fantastic knowledge of what they were, what they possibly can be in the cinematic universe, and as with Scott as well. So I looked into things that I'd already touched on in my own life a little bit, like the idea that there is more to life than our causal reality, that there's stuff we can't necessarily witness or confirm with our senses. And that, that goes into the realm of popular science, which I've got a lay interest in, and did at a particular moment in my life where I had my East meets West crossover as a kid, teaching English in a Nepali monastery, a Buddhist monastery, I should say, sorry, in a Nepali home in West Bengal. So it was exciting to invigorate all that investigation, see that kind of coming to fruition in this very hard, egotistical logician in the shape of Strange at the beginning of the film, and the sorcerer he becomes by the end. So, yeah, I sort of delved back into some old favourites from that time in my life.
Civil War was quite a huge movie, and there was Team Cap versus Team Iron Man. Do you think he would have chosen a side, or do you think he's above that?
Why did I think you were going to ask me that question? Without being arrogant, I only think he's above it because he has to sort of hold the fabric of reality together that even they are not aware of. And we'll see how that works in the Avengers. But, yeah, I think that it's a great case in point, actually. It's to do with how sort of Shakespearean Marvel's getting with its villains. Even its goodies have equally strong arguments. And, Mads Mikkelsen's villain in this is no exception. The idea that time is a prison, that it does limit our ability to experience this miracle of life, is kind of true and painful at times, no pun intended, especially when to do with our own mortality. So, whatever they were arguing about, as an audience member, I was like, yeah, he's got a point. Well, yeah, he's got a pretty good point too. Yeah, let's see who wins in an arm wrestle. And that's kind of what happened. But yeah, as far as the character goes, we'll see. I've got a feeling he'll probably be trying to help them survive, even if they are still fighting in very different circumstances.
Since our time is limited, I would like to do a lightning round. So
Hell's bells, do it.
Exactly. I will name some words, and I want to hear a thought.
Is it associative?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Infinity War.
Fun.
Marvel contract.
Fun.
Sherlock season 4 teaser, maybe.
Great fun. Can't talk. All good. Best yet.
You are quite a franchise hopper. Do you think we might see you in Star Wars sometimes down the road?
One franchise at a time.
What about the penguin thing?
Not being able to say that yes. Word. You say it.
Penguin?
See, it's quite difficult to say, isn't it? Penguin.
Grinch?
Grinch, I can say that word. No, I am playing the Grinch, yeah.
Favorite TV shows right now?
Well, it wasn't a show, but it was a sort of TV movie. I saw Bryan Cranston in All the Way playing Johnson, taking over the presidency after JFK's assassination, and he was phenomenal. I mean, it's Walter White's something, Malcolm in the Middle was also something. This is just another proof of his endless, infinite talent. I mean, it was an amazing, amazing performance.
This interview goes up after the movie hits the theater, so we have
Spoilers.
seen a post-credit scene. Will we see you next at Thor Ragnarok or Infinity War?
Again, that would be more than is shown at the end of the film, so good try.
Really, nothing?
I've done this before, Adam.
Is it true that you played Dormammu as well, or that you did the motion capture stuff for Dormammu?
Who told you that?
I read that somewhere.
Where?
I don't know, yesterday.
Weird.
You can't say anything about that?
No. Couldn't possibly comment.
Okay,
nice
thanks anyway.
Thanks so much. Sorry to be late.
Strange. You think you know how the world works? What if I told you the reality you know is one of many?
This doesn't make any sense.
Not everything does. Not everything has to. Through the mystic arts, we harness energy and shape reality. We travel great distances in an instant.